is a political strategist and joins us from Atlanta, Georgia. Fred, the jury came to its verdict after 2 days of deliberations. Is that fairly quick in this case, you think?
Well, it definitely was faster than I think some anticipated, and I think it was indicative of just how clear-cut a case this was for the jury, as it was for many of us who were not on the jury. This was not a difficult case in our minds to litigate, to hear, and to adjudicate. So I think the swiftness of the decision really affirms just how clear-cut of a case this was.
You know, the video of the killing of Arbery was central to this case, and the fact that the men weren't even arrested until that video came out. Do you think that without that video, we would have come to a different conclusion in this trial if we'd even gotten to a trial?
Common part of sort of American, the American legal system, that you try the deceased, and they're not there to speak for themselves, so a lot of times people are able to get off. What's interesting about this is this video was actually shopped around in South Georgia, where the murder happened, for months, and no one ran with it. It wasn't until it broke in Atlanta that it received attention within the state. And just referencing something that John said in his package, here in Georgia, this story broke before George Floyd, just a couple of weeks before George Floyd. So George Floyd, for those of us in Georgia, was another piece rather than Ahmaud Arbery being another piece of the George Floyd narrative. And so those are two very interesting points, and we want to make sure that people understand that this video was around and it was circulated in South Georgia, but no one carried it, and it didn't become a story until it broke in Atlanta, and that was before George Floyd, right before George Floyd. So when George Floyd happened, then that just really just added fuel to the fire here in Georgia.
You know, there was a lot of talk about the racial makeup of this jury. There was just one black juror, and the other 11 were white, and especially that this trial was playing out in the South. Does this show that the justice system still works?
Well, I think what it shows that this case, which received a lot of attention once the story broke, the governor, the Speaker of the House, and the Attorney General all spoke out against the McMichaels and what happened down there. And in fact, the Attorney General has since indicted the district attorney who buried the case. So there was a lot of political will in the state of Georgia to see this go this direction, in addition to everything else. And as a result of this, we did pass our first ever hate crimes bill last year, and there's been a lot of movement, well, some movement on race matters here. But this is something from the beginning of when the story broke, not when it happened, but from the time that the story broke, a lot of emphasis, a lot of push to make sure this sort of thing doesn't happen again, or to try to prevent it from happening again. And there was a lot of pressure, I think, or an expectation from all sides, Democrats, Republicans, Black, whites, for the jury to reach this decision.
All right, Fred Hicks.
Which is rare.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. Fred Hicks in Atlanta, thank you.